Hi, Ben.
Hello, Noah.
I was just thinking about something you and I did many years ago that
Yeah,
involved a casino in Las Vegas. No, it's not what you think, but hopefully you know what I'm talking about.
I do. And actually, I have told this story probably 12 times in the last year. Six of the time, people have said, "Oh, Noah told me about that story." And so you beat me to the punch. And it's only fair because you tell the story way better than me. My memory is actually just a little bit mangled on it. It was
Mm.
all I remember was we were very much in the trenches together. I remember it was 11 or 13 days round the clock awesomeness, and probably the number one uh it's probably my number one experience with you. Like when I think back to all of the things we've done, I would say that's my number one memory, even though it's foggy. And I suppose we always romanticize these things, right? We go
Yeah,
back in time and we're like, oh, that it wasn't as crummy as I remembered. Like it right now it feels like a good time. So remind me what the heck that was all about.
I would love to, but there's a chance that because I'm recording this, we might share this out, so we don't have to tell the story 12
Yeah.
times again and step on each other's toes. So we can share the story together. But in case people are watching who don't know who you are, who are you?
I thought you were gonna ask me that. So Noah, I'm Ben Griswold. Yeah. So we've known each other for what, 25 years now. We've both done a lot of technology strategy, consulting, all the way from engineering architecture up to running large practices. And so for me specifically, cut my teeth in the Microsoft stack, right? Classic ASP a million years ago. I'm not
Mhm.
sure who might be listening to this, but if they remember classic ASP, they'll remember it was maybe the single greatest scripting language of all time. Yes, yes,
It
yes.
still is, right? I mean, it absolutely.
Totally. From there, I just moved up the .NET stack for a while, ended up leading teams. Really enjoy now that strategy that I mentioned, really enjoy solutioning and seeing it all the way through to delivery. So I've done some really large engagements with some really big companies over the last 16 years or so. And that's where I am today. Yeah. Oh, you know this too. Just started my own gig, and we're working
I,
together.
I do know that
I'm
because
Grizen.
yeah,
I'm Grizen.
Grizen, Grizen for
That's
those
right.
playing along at home.
That's right.
And I started my own thing recently too, called OutcomeSource. That was in February,
Hmm.
and yep, exciting, terrifying, but really cool to be able to take everything I've learned and everything you've learned and
Yeah.
partner together to just take advantage of that expertise that we've built up over time, hopefully, and share it with some great organizations that we have the opportunity to work with right now. And it's great to be able to do that together with you
Hmm.
because we complement each other so well. We can hold each other accountable. Just, I think it's really positive and super powerful. So yeah, great to be your partner in this.
Yeah. And as I was just taking a sip while you were talking, I was thinking about how earlier you were saying your timing is always impeccable because whenever I'm sipping, usually you tell a joke and it goes everywhere. So I appreciate you
Yeah,
keeping things
I
serious.
kept it serious, but watch out. Keep
Yeah.
taking drinks, and I'm going to get you
Right.
a
Tell
lot.
me about this Vegas casino thing.
Yes. So it's interesting in the world of entertainment.
Yeah.
We heard about this through another company that we'd done some work with. They're a design firm. They
Yeah.
were responsible for the billboards that were going to go up in downtown Las Vegas.
That's right.
All of the media, really impressive and creative stuff they were doing. Bold
Right.
colors, bold messaging. And we found out that the billboards were going to have the URL of the website that we were supposed to build.
Right.
And those billboards were going to go up in 11 days. At the same time, they were preparing this for the Super Bowl,
Right.
which was also going to be in 11 days. They had a
Right.
commercial they were going to run during the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
advertising this amazing website that did not yet exist. I don't even know if they had the domain name at the time.
I know.
But yeah,
That's right.
so that's where you and I were. We got this call, and it was like, all right, here's the feature set we need to build. We want people to see this billboard or see this ad at the Super Bowl, download our app or go to our website and see a bunch of deals that you can vote on. And 4 deals, and it needs to look like 4 poker cards and have the same bold colors, all the same design elements. It needs to be animated and flip over, and whichever deal gets the most votes, that's the deal that we're going to offer to people. And how do they offer it to people? You have to come in to the casino and scan the QR code or the special label.
Yes.
So that you can redeem the coupon. So we had to integrate with this whole other company that provided the backend code for us to do this. And we had 11 days, and we had no requirements really. We had to figure it out ourselves based on that story I just told you. So yeah, what do you remember?
So I remember it was, full website, product featuring voting component, membership that would tie into the casino, not only the web app. If I remember, we were building out APIs to integrate with something else as well. I don't remember if it was payment or it was just another, I don't know. Everybody wanted APIs back then.
Yeah. Payment APIs, and there was the API to this backend service. That's what it was. This backend service was going to hook up to the loyalty program for the casino, manage payment, so they could tie it back and get their rewards.
Yeah. I remember, Super Bowl billboards, it's going to be a lot of load. Probably that load hits really high to start with, get ready. So we had to factor that in. We figured because there was rewards tied to it, we had to consider hackability of the site, like who's going to game this sucker. I'm sure we got in front of that somehow, but I really, I don't know. Again, it's romanticized in my brain. It was all just fun, right? So I don't know.
I do remember that the hacking thing, because we had that conversation where it was we're offering deals. How do we prevent people from clicking to vote and then just seeing like, oh, this is the deal I want to win.
Right.
Let me go hit the API directly. Let me see if I can bypass security. So we put in a bunch of kind of typical checks at the time, and then realized hackers are very creative. They're going to continue to find ways around it. And then we, because we were all built on the Microsoft stack, we opened a support ticket, and we were working directly with Microsoft and sharing dump files with them and all kinds of things to gauge where hackers might attack this thing.
Yes.
And we got some guidance from them. We worked really well with Microsoft consultants, and just hardened the system for that, and continued to monitor that, looking for anything where someone was trying to sneak in. And people tried, and we caught them early, and we were able to divert them, which is kind of fun.
And at the end of all of this, like, it fizzled out pretty quickly, right? Like, we got the site up and running, and we were amazing. And we were tired and thrilled at what we were able to get done. We met all the needs of the contract and understood the customer was happy, but it didn't, I don't think it went anywhere.
It really didn't. And you reminded me that we also built the entire administrative back end for their team to manage these deals. Like, they needed to rotate these deals. I think it was maybe weekly.
That's right.
So it was all of the tracking on the back end, all of the analytics they needed. And it wasn't an advanced analytics platform by any stretch, but we built all these admin tools in addition to the consumer facing app.
Right.
And yes, you're right. The Super Bowl ad didn't air in as many markets as it was supposed to, or whatever. It didn't get the traction they were expecting.
Yeah.
And I remember driving around Las Vegas not too long after and seeing that giant billboard there with the URL on it.
Oh my
So
God.
it was real,
Yeah.
but it just didn't gain the traction
Yeah.
they expected.
Mhm.
And I wonder about that, because we just kicked butt on getting the technology out the door in that incredibly limited time frame. And it's
Sure.
kind of amazing that I think we did it in 10 days and we had 11 days. And
Oh
we were
yeah.
staying up late to make
Show
sure it
off.
happened.
Sure.
And we were adding features as we went. And
You're having fun. Yeah.
I'm getting a little off track here, but I remember getting stuck on something that was nearly impossible at the time, which was like something falling from the sky and animating.
It was hearts.
That's right, because it was a heart theme.
Yes.
And I was having fun with old school CSS, trying to get it to animate in a natural way. That was crazy.
And you know what? This is one of our, well, something that I like to bring to all the interviews that I'm conducting. It's what can I learn from the candidate? And you asked the candidate, our buddy Aaron,
Yeah.
how would you solve this problem? And of course, I don't remember what the heck that was. It was 100 years ago. But he offered up like, oh, how about this library? It does these amazing things. And so, I love it when it's the real life comes to the interview, which you think, oh, interviews, are they always manufactured? No, like they're like legit questions that you have to solve on the job sometimes. So shout out to Aaron, I guess.
Yeah. Not only that, I remember the library that he introduced me to that did those animations, which was GSAP, or Green Sock.
Oh my gosh.
And I ended up doing a presentation of that library. I don't know if he had even joined the company by then, but I remember crediting him with that.
Yeah.
That later. And I just got all excited about how easy it was now to do these really rich and interesting animations.
Sure.
And that library just popped up for me a week ago as I was looking through CSS animation libraries. Crazy.
Oh, gosh.
But super, super fun. But yeah, back to fizzling out. I'm wondering, do you have your thoughts on why that happened? What did we miss in the grand scheme of things?
First, am I supposed to show labels? I mean, is that?
Oh, we'll fuzz it out.
Oh, right here.
Sparkling and
all right, I won't say what it is then.
Beer,
yeah.
Sparkling beer. Is that what it is?
Hopefully not rude that I'm even sipping along here. Yeah, what went wrong? Well, I think first and foremost, man, did we sign up for something that was just a little nuts, right? Like I think only when I couldn't do something like that anymore, right? Like just the energy that we had at that time, just the like, oh, well, I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to see my family. I'm just going to get this done because it's fun to do with somebody who I trust, who knows that they're going to be there right by my side this whole time. So, but should you do that? Or could you even do that now? I mean, maybe once every dozen years. You reminded me of this, that we were contracted through another company, right? We had, so a lot of the information we got was secondhand, right? And we did have two people at the casino that were working with us, but that was very little, like no documentation, just here's what we know and go. And gosh, on any engagement, no matter how long, or especially something at this length, like you need that customer interaction. You've got to be there and you have to be able to answer questions, build that rapport, right? Like you need to be able to, well, that's what it's all about. That's what was missing. It was the people component. People is the most important thing when it comes to any sort of software delivery. And we didn't have the people around it. It was just, hey, two engineers, go figure it out, throw it over the fence, which just isn't the way you do it. So to me, the fact that I don't remember if it really worked out kind of shows like how disconnected we were from things. So people, maybe, what do you think?
Yeah, 100%. And I do feel like we attempted to at least connect with the two people from the casino and with the company that hired us, but there wasn't enough time if we were going to go build this fairly complex application in 10 days. So we made a choice. We made a conscious choice to get as little information as we possibly needed to just drive this thing forward. And I think it bit us a little bit, and it bit them quite a bit. And you know, debriefing afterwards, sure, there was not enough time to do the proper relationship building. So those deadlines are always tricky, but we know now, both of us, from having done this a long time since then, that you have to build that foundational relationship and keep that communication incredibly open and transparent. So I know we've both learned that lesson the hard way and brought that to our engagement since.
Well, it comes right down to it. Like, technology is the easy part, right? Like, what we were able to produce is just, you know, it wasn't easy, but we knew we could do that. It's people. It's the people, whether they're you know, your champions or they're working against you. If you have the same motivations or they're like just not buying in, there's an awful lot there. Are you hearing what the customer really wants to get done? Are you asking the right questions? And I'd say there's even this big component that we miss about like just getting, like, truly building a relationship, right? Like, there's the work, and then there's the not work. And you can ask, like, at the start of a meeting, hey, how was your weekend? Right? But what does that get you? But it isn't until you really start opening up and you're truly listening. Maybe you go and grab a coffee, or you have, what do they say? Consultants speak, like high performing team exercises.
Right.
By the way, I completely recommend anybody anywhere do this. It completely jumpstarts your ability to deliver together. Could be something simple, a bunch of questions, you know, like, hey, what's your things around ways of working? Like, I get stressed when, or you can tell I'm stressed when. Just, there's so many things you can do to try to move forward and build those relationships so people get it, when, if nothing else, why you're acting a certain way in a meeting, or you know what's going on kind of behind the scenes in life, and you can give them a little bit of grace if they're late for a meeting. And just, I don't know. Yeah, high performing team. I don't know if we're giving tips out today, but that's, that's my number. Have it for every single engagement, how big or small, the gold.
I've seen it work many times myself, and it's funny because there are people who tend to resist this sort of icebreaker or, you know, set it up. We're going to do this team building thing. And I remember one of those exercises we did. That was the first thing one of the people said when we were trying to open up and build relationships. It was just like, I don't like these kinds of exercises. I'm like, well, there you go. And ended up being someone who contributed really, really valuably to the conversation as we went. And he's like, yeah, this was actually kind of cool, because everyone didn't treat it like a game. It was just a way to frame the conversation so that you could get to this honest and genuine relationship. So yeah, super valuable.
You can totally tell though, when people aren't into it. One of the last ones that I did, most recent, is it was a team of 8 of us, I think, and 6 people weren't on video. And it was so it was so unsettling. The idea was, hey, how can we all come together?
Yeah.
And be a team, like understand. And I pretty swiftly understood like who was on my team at that point, but it wasn't the right message. But at least the other person who was on video, man, we really hit it off.
Yeah, you had that bond right away.
We had that bond.
And maybe the other 6 did too. You know, they were chatting up each other, learning about it.
But we ended up having to do other things to be able to build that trust, right? Like, so with these people, and I don't know if I'm getting off topic. I honestly, hey, I don't care.
All good.
I had to do other things with the team, right? It became like more one-on-ones with the individual so that they just felt more comfortable that way, right? Like, so it's not a matter of one size fits all and high performing team exercises just fixes everything. you just have to recognize like people, and do whatever you can to keep coming back to. It's the relationships. And maybe my favorite, and I don't know who the first person who brought this up. It's just stuff happens in delivery, right? Like everything isn't going to go swimming all the way through, right? You're going to have a tough conversation with your customer somewhere along the line, and way better to have a relationship and some trust built up before you have that tough conversation. So if nothing else, it's just helping you along what's going to be an engagement that has its ups and downs going forward. No, I don't know. Maybe I'm always looking at this isn't going to go great. I better have support all around me. Yeah.
I think that applies to building relationships in general. I feel like a lot of times when we have something you need and you want to reach out to someone you think can provide it or can give you guidance, if you haven't reached out to them at all for a year and you suddenly hit them with, hey, I need this thing.
Oh, we're talking real life.
Yes.
You mean,
work life too, if you need something from a colleague, or if you want to ask a family member for something, it all kind of ends up being the same thing. Yes. Have you put some effort and some time into building up the relationship? And it doesn't take a lot, but you have to be intentional about it.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. No, I'm laughing.
Oh, yes, you are.
Because, no. I just realized I went on this whole thing about workplace and relationships, right? And you know this, over the last year or so, I've really kind of dug in, just me, therapy and all this other stuff, right? Which was really good. Another maybe number 2 recommendation, other than high performing teams, but had a chance to really dig into relationships, right? And I at work was pretty darn good at that, but I never had the time to like feed myself and the relationships outside of the workplace. Like identity was work, got to get the job done, everything else be damned. Yeah. It wasn't until about a year and a half ago, I was like, oh wait, why wouldn't that secret sauce that works at work for me outside of the workplace? And I've connected with hundreds of people in the last year and a half, and I've shared this, but like every time somebody responds or reaches out, it's like a dopamine hit, and it's this thing that I've been just missing for years. And we don't oh man, I could go deep on this one. I won't go any further, but yes, it's so interesting that people is the thing at work, but it's everywhere, right? And we learn stuff at work. Take it home. Take your work home.
Well, and I think one of the reasons that we don't do that naturally is if we have good family and friend relationships, we know they love us and they forgive us if we're not on top of those communications. And then we maybe even get pegged, I certainly do, as like, wow, this isn't a guy who's going to write letters. He's not going to be the one who initiates conversation with family. And I have family members who are amazing at it, and whether it's natural or they've just put the time and energy into it, they're so good about reaching out, so good about connecting. Yes. And it's inspiring. And then I feel a little guilty, like, okay, I'm really not keeping up, but it just means investing a little bit, like you have the framework that works for your working relationships into your friends and family. So I think I need to make a couple calls or send a couple texts after we wrap up here.
Well, I've been working on that the whole time we're talking. Okay, I hope you did.
Amazing multitasking.
I'm getting so good at just looking at the camera, and people not paying attention.
Just like, give me 1 second here.
Yeah. So I almost divulged the casino
name.
Yes. Do we wrap that? Are we good?
Well, I think the relationship lesson, the people lesson is one of the huge takeaways we had there. Right. I think it was there for the taking. Like we had some good conversations with the people we were working with there, but it all felt wrapped up in the stress of getting this thing out the door. And I don't think we ever got below the surface of who are you? Who are you as a person? And it doesn't take that much to really change the whole dynamic of how you interact with someone at work. And that's what the high performing teams thing does.
I think so too. Do you remember when we were on a call with one of the stakeholders at the casino and we were on hold, but we didn't mute? And I cannot repeat what I said in this conversation.
I don't remember this.
You don't remember? Well, they came back and they heard and they're like, oh, really thought you guys were like super professional, but it's so nice how down to earth you are. I think that might have been our high performing team moment.
There you go.
Like, oh yeah, we're just people. And like, yeah, we're all in it together. And oops.
Maybe I repressed that memory because it made me so nervous at the time. But then it turned out to be, you were human and they recognized it.
And lessons learned. I don't think I've ever talked with mute not on ever again. Scared.
Yeah. I'm not sure I could say the same, but yeah, I hear you. Take a drink. I could make you laugh now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt. This was fun.
Yeah, we should do it more. That's what I think. I like hanging out, talking. We're partnering on work stuff anyway. We're trying to bring all this expertise and some stories along the way, but those lessons we've learned into our own businesses and possibly into something we do formally jointly. But I think we have a lot of great experience that we can offer that would hopefully help people. So
let's do it.
Okay, I'm on board.
Okay, I will catch you in the morning.
Sounds good.